Some room chairs.
If you really want to.
Be right here.
But
No. Stop. You'll be fine. Nobody watches my channel anyway. Okay, so we're playing Call of Cthulhu. It plays the thing, the Pirates of Candle Cove today. This is taking place in Elizabethan London. We're going to go around the table first, and you guys can each introduce your characters. Everybody knows each other. Your characters all know each other very well. You've been with the company at the Globe Theater probably for, if not years, then at least months. So, and you've worked together extensively. So, Nissa, who are you playing?
I'm Barnaby Stubb.
Okay.
I'm like 40-ish something. I don't know. I lost track years ago.
Okay.
I'm scruffy, salt and pepper, lots of bush face, and wrinkly. So I don't know if you'd recognize me if I shaved my face.
So bearded. So you got like a lot of beard, long hair, short hair. What's it called?
Like
Short,
like,
just
kind of
above.
like scraggly. Like it's not long, but it's like the greasy kind of.
Kind of sticks out. Logan hair.
No.
Okay.
Like
And what's he do? What's his occupation? at the theater?
stagehand.
He's a stagehand, but he's also called upon very often to act, either just to be on stage, to lend presence, or you've had to say lines on occasion.
Yeah. Line.
Well, you don't call for line, but
No,
there are
no,
prompters all over the
Like,
place.
yeah.
So you might walk out and not even have a clue what you're supposed to say, and the
Yeah.
prompter will be like, psst, 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 and you just repeat the lines, and the people know it's like, oh, he's so good. All right, Kyle, who are you playing?
I am Vincent Hawksworth, a 15-year-old boy from London.
Okay. What's he look like?
He has very short brown hair,
Okay.
no facial hair whatsoever. Doesn't look like he's ever going to be able to grow any.
Baby face, right?
Yeah, he has very piercing blue eyes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, mine are.
He's an orphan. He has no big traits. Like he's not strong. He's fairly intelligent, which people don't really understand how he got to be intelligent because he must have just picked up on things as things were happening.
Okay.
He's like a child prodigy in acting though.
Okay, so he's got a really
he
high
can
IQ.
juggle with the best of them.
Okay.
He can act with the best of them.
Okay. And he usually ends up playing girls
Yes.
because he has a baby face and he's perfect for the parts. And he's been. You've had people send flowers to you. No, actually, they wouldn't do that. But you've had people compliment you on your acting as a woman.
I'm gonna say he's kind of he's wanting male roles because
Well, yeah,
that's
of
what he
course.
wants to do.
Because you're tired of kissing
But
adult
he's
men.
so good at the female roles that he
Especially
might
me
just
with
roll
my
with it.
roughy
Yeah.
Be a female
Well,
role.
once he gets older, he can expect that he will get.
He's trying to grow
male
facial
part.
hair. It's just not.
It's not coming. They make you shave. If you don't, they make you cut it for a lot of your parts too, probably. Okay, Hannah.
I am Everett Massingberd, a 26-year-old musician. Let's say I have short, bright red hair and
Okay.
lots of freckles and green eyes, and I look really innocent, but I'm actually kind of wily and small.
Okay, that sounds good. That's awesome.
How old's your person?
Can I
26.
say that my eyes are like
Yes.
the sea, like the old the gray sea,
The
like
grayish
that?
blue
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah,
Piercing blue eyes
No,
and
not
eyes
piercing.
dragon.
Not piercing. They're dull and
Like
dead
the sea after a
inside.
storm, right?
Yes.
I have piercing blue eyes.
Like
Piercing
his,
blue,
his
green.
are the eye
You sound like
colors
you're Irish.
like when it's bright outside.
There's some Irish in your bright
I'm
sounds.
not
Okay.
bright outside.
So life's good in England right now. Queen Elizabeth I is on the throne. A renaissance of sorts is in effect. London has become the center of the world culture. There's not been an outbreak of bubonic plague since 1592. Woo!
What, 3 years ago?
No, it's the year 1600.
Oh, gotcha.
Though the Holy Roman Empire controls much of Europe, England has begun to explore the world and take the sea. The Spanish Armada was defeated about 10 years ago, and though the War with Spain continues, England is starting to look towards the New World to actually make colonies and become. And England, since the Spanish Armada has been destroyed, has actually become a world power, more so than it was before. A law passed in 1572 granting a license by royal patent to organized acting companies. You guys all have licenses to act, or to work with the company. That was an effort to control troops of strolling players. Due to an ever-increasing interest in the theater, in 1591, a law was passed in London to close all theaters on Thursdays so that the bull and the bear baiting industries would not be neglected. Bull and bear baiting is where they tie a bear up and they set bulldogs loose on it. See how many it takes to pull it down. the bear the bear is the same
We don't
way.
have TVs.
Yeah, it was pretty vicious. People are kind of awful back then.
Does that happen in the theater, or we just
Not in
go-
this theater, but
Okay.
right nearby there is a bull baiting. The bear garden actually is a place that is a structure that is set up just for this. It's totally legal. It's totally fun.
What?
In 1596, also the Puritans are starting to come into power, like a lot. And in 1596, London's authorities banned the public presentation of plays in all theaters within the city limits. That lasted for about a year. The Globe Theatre, the British New Year is actually March 25th. So it's June now, and so we're only 3 or 4 months into the year. We figured out you guys. The Globe itself was constructed in 1599 on this side of the Thames. It was over here in London, and there was a dispute over the land piece of property that it was on, and they basically took it apart, took it across the Thames, rebuilt the entire structure. How long has your character been with the theater company? With this theater company, I guess I should say.
20 years.
20 years. Okay, so you've been with them for a long time. How about you, Kyle?
I'm gonna say I started when I was 10, so 5
So
years.
5 years. So you've been with them, and how long have you been working with this theater company?
14 years.
14 years. Okay, so you guys are, all three of you are well known within the theater, well respected. Southwark is where you guys are. That's this part of London. It's on the south side of the river. London Bridge is covered with these stores and houses on either side.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they
London
also
Bridge was still
fallen down.
around.
No, it's not falling down. You are on Maiden's Lane. It's only 100 yards from the Thames, but it still floods occasionally, unfortunately.
Well, isn't it also kind of stinking because everyone throws their poo in the Thames at this time?
Yeah, Thames is nasty, but everybody also just dumps their stuff in the street too.
I mean, I think England in general smells bad.
Yeah, every place does.
Yeah, but I
It's
just
terrible.
remember it was like at one point really like sludgy.
Oh, I forgot to do one thing. Let's see.
Oh no.
Income. No. How much do you guys make? Where's my actors? Here we go.
I make a lot.
Probably not. Actors. Let's see. You're a boy, right? Okay.
I want to work.
So,
I don't want to make any money.
well, you don't because you have to give all your money.
Well, it wouldn't matter.
You have to give all your money to one of the upper level actors,
Me.
and you're still acting as an apprentice.
Okay.
And so you give your money to them. You get roughly 3 shillings a week, and then this adult actor who's your mentor takes the money. He gives you a small allowance, very
Slaps
small,
you.
like pennies,
Okay.
to
Slaps it.
once in a while have a beer or whatever. And otherwise, you're like paying him to teach you, even though you're probably better than he is. What's your acting skill?
My act is 75.
Yeah, you're probably a better actor than the guy who's
Ah,
your
I'm
mentor.
Hey, who am I living with though? Because I'm an orphan. So am I
You're
just like
probably-
watching with the theater?
Don't
Yeah,
you just
you're
like
not-
sleep in the theater?
You're given a little bit of money for boarding, so you have a lodging somewhere. You probably have a room that you're probably sharing with another boy actor.
With another boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably nearby, not like within walking distance. I'm assuming on the south. This part of London was a little less expensive than living in the main city. What about you? You probably have a flat somewhere as well, nearby. Do you live alone or do you have a roommate?
Where do you live, Stubbs?
I kind
In the
Feel like-
Thames River.
of, I would live somewhere, but I would like always talk it up like it's better, but I never invite anyone over.
Okay, so you live in Southwark
Yeah.
somewhere in some rundown, dilapidated, like on the 4th floor. Because the higher you go up in a building, the cheaper it gets because it's a lot of walking. And so you probably live in an attic somewhere.
Right.
And you got a great view of the Thames.
Yeah.
But it's awful up there, especially in this time of the summer when it's so hot.
Yeah.
What, Nissa?
Just, well, I was thinking, like, at this time, I don't think water was safe. They pretty much drank ale, right?
Yeah, you're mostly drinking ale or wine.
Just wanted to-
You don't want to drink out of the Thames.
No.
So, where are you living there, Hannah?
I dug a small hole under the Globe Theater and
Oh. Where did Bo get here?
At least she talks more than Bo, which might be good.
Maybe.
Well, I don't know.
Depends on what
That's
comes
what
out of her mouth. Oh, part players, shares. I don't have actually for musicians, so I'd be assuming that you would make about a shilling a day.
2 shillings a
A
half.
shilling a day.
Me
Probably
too.
about a shilling a day when
That's
you're
how I would
actually
dress.
playing, and and then you could also make extra money like
This
going
always
into
makes me think of
to
Blade.
various inns
I
and
have
stuff
to
and
use that
playing
one
for your
maybe.
food and drink
That
mostly
was
is
like
probably
that.
what you do.
Yeah.
But so you don't make a lot. None of you do. You're actors. You're the bottom rung of society. Do you want an apartment? Do you want to live like a terrible place like her? You want to have a slightly nicer place than Stubb has?
Live with.
What's your call?
Could I live
No,
with
Stubb doesn't. It's up to Stubb.
Stubb.
Right now he's like always
Stubb's
talking
I
up
mean,
his place.
you can.
I will sit in a corner all day and not bother you.
I make you like pay me more, and then it's actually worth
No.
to live.
Okay.
You probably make about $1 a day too.
Do they have like
6
group
days a week.
houses where you can just kind
What?
of group houses where it's
Oh
like
yeah,
really
yeah,
cheap?
yeah.
Okay, that's
oh
where I
yeah,
live.
yeah. Okay, so
I
you
wanna
just live
save
in
my
a.
money.
Do you want to
So
live with other
basically, like a
musicians?
hostel, but
Okay, so there's a lot.
we
Yeah, it's like
jam
a
all day.
hostel with other musicians. Some are good, some are bad, some are annoying. You know, it's like.
I feel like I would live above you, and like I just don't. I'm like I know you live there, and I just try and sneak. Like I don't live here.
No.
Can't I not?
No,
Why
no.
not?
Can't I not?
She lives
That
in
would
a
be
group
fun.
house.
She lives in like a.
Yeah.
She lives in a bigger group house. You
Yeah.
live in a little attic. On
And you're
the
like,
floor.
yeah.
Maybe we live on the same street.
You
and
do-
I'm
could
like
live on the same street.
outside
I
all
would
the
do
time
that.
playing music. I'm like, hey, Stubb, hey, and you just say,
I'm just coming from my mansion. Or whatever you
I have
say.
business in this all the time.
I
Okay.
visit the orphans.
I don't have time to talk.
So yeah, there's no place for money. It's not a big deal. You probably have 2 or 3 shillings cash if you want them. Did anybody want to buy anything? You can have a dagger for free. Everybody's gonna have like utensils. You got clothing.
I want to have a knife.
Theater people wear just like very plain clothing. You have breeches and a shirt, pretty much, and boots and a hat. Everybody wears a hat. When you're acting, the costumes are extravagant and gorgeous. I mean, they are amazing. Super bright colors, totally over the top. But normal walk around the town, you're probably wearing very little as far as ruffles, and just normal boots and normal clothes. Is there any items that you guys would like to have?
how much does an axe cost?
An axe. Let's look that up.
I feel like I'd have a really grungy, really nice jacket. Like over.
How many
Yeah, you can have a jacket. You can have
Like a-
jackets.
a-
Stuff.
yeah.
Stuff that would be just normal. An axe might be a little.
Pricey.
Can I save up?
Yeah, you could say.
Speaking of extravagant and stuff like that, there's a drag show at the wedding.
A hand axe is going to cost you Spanish real. Where is this in reals? We'll say 5 shillings for an axe, for a nice axe.
All right.
So you could probably have one of those if you want, still have to go to spending cash.
I'm so bad at my guitar.
That's what
Right
you-
now.
That's what you're saving up for.
You mean right now? Like I can buy
Yeah,
one
you
now?
can have an axe. You can have an axe and still have.
Yes.
You all consider have a little spending money. It's not really that important for this game
I
session.
want to buy headwood.
To buy what?
Nothing.
Okay. And don't forget to mark your dodge and your own languages because you get those points for free on your character sheet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You guys are. I wonder if I can print this out.
Can't think of anything that I would want or need.
That's fine. If we decide later on that there's something that you need or that your character might have, we can either do a luck check or I can just say, yeah, you can have one of those if it's not that important. Do I have a cup? Yeah, you have a cup. Yep.
Yeah.
Probably a bowl. You probably eat out a lot. You don't really cook a lot. So the week of Friday, June 20th, 1600 to Saturday, June 28th, 1600. There's your bill, your play bill. The Globe Theater was a repertory theater. They did a different show every day, and the actors were in almost every show. They worked really hard, and they really didn't get paid a whole lot of money for it. Considering that place will hold 2,000 people, and everybody's paying at least a penny to get in, the money adds up pretty quick. But it does have a pretty high overhead as well. You guys get to keep that. Don't look on the back here yet.
Yes.
That's not information that you're going to get.
I
You get it in about 5
It
minutes.
didn't compute.
It's not a big deal. You get it in about 5 minutes.
Cheating already.
What's today's date?
Today is actually going to be Friday the 20th.
Yeah.
Let me find where we're starting here. It begins Friday, June 20th, 1600. The Meek Husband is showing today. You two are both in it. Do you have any points in acting at all, Anna? Would you put some points in acting?
Even just
None?
Should I?
No, it's up to you. Okay, so your
'Cause there's
character
only
really
2
doesn't
sections
act.
under
All you
art.
do is, well, you can add as many as you want.
Oh,
There's
okay.
other blank spaces, but that's okay. You don't really act. You probably were, there's no music in The Meek Husband, which was today, so they probably were like, okay, you need to walk on stage at this point and just stand there as like a bystander.
Well, wouldn't they do it like in between, like the scenes changing and the musicians just on the side?
There really
playing
wasn't
the
much
thing?
in the way of scene changes.
Oh.
Usually the stage was mostly bare. They might have a couple chairs
Yeah.
or something small, but it wasn't like giant, big scene changes.
Right.
So they don't really need it.
Okay.
So you're actually in this one. Some that you'll be playing. There's no music for this one. So what's it? Somebody read me out. The Meek Husband. What's it about? Who's it by and what's it about?
Friday, June 20th, The Meek Husband by Robert Lexhead. A derivative comedy about a cuckolded husband who is more than he seems.
Yes. It does rather poorly. People do not particularly care for the show. So that happens. That happens a lot. You guys do a lot of different plays.
Doesn't it cuckolded mean
His wife cheated on him.
Yes. That's exactly what it means.
Oh, I'm also like very fierce about how the plays go.
What do you mean? Define that.
So like, since I'm so good, I want everybody else to do as good as I do, but most of them don't.
Right.
So whenever like a play fails, I get mad.
Okay.
Which
This
is
did not do well.
Which is
People
bad
group
for an
stuff.
actor boy, because really they're above me, but I'm like, what was that?
Okay. People standing down in the pit area in front of the stage can throw things if they don't like a play. They yell things. They're very bawdy. It's not like sitting and just watching a show. It's almost interactive. If your show's not good enough, people start to get bored and start to get rowdy. Yeah, it's rough being an actor. Augustine Phillips, he's one of the 6 shareholders of the Globe Theater. After The Meek Husband, he comes to you and to several other of the actors. He goes, we're making a small change for the week's plays. We're indulging an investor who he's paid the theater quite a good amount of money to put on a show. And actually, that is not quite accurate. Next Friday is supposed to be a different show.
Okay.
Okay? New play's not finished, but it should be finished by Friday. It's got a cast of 10 plus some smaller parts. We'll need you. There'll be musicians, I think. I don't know. The name of the play is The Pirates of Candle Cove. It's by William Highgate. He'll be here shortly, begin rehearsal with you. And shows happen around 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and they usually last 2 to 3 hours. There's no lighting at all. It's just natural sunlight for the most part. Because London has burned to the ground many times, so people have to be very careful. As I said, the plays are finished, but it'll have the foul papers, and we'll have prompters if need be, of course. I won't be participating in this one, but we've got several other good men, and you've gathered with several other people, several other actors who are here. Oh, and I've got a whole list of names here that I can use. Alfred Kent, Edmund Poff, Dennis Thornburg, Galway
Now
Payne,
Dennis.
Roland J., Titus Ufford, Hugh Gray, and George Raunt are the actors that he has gathered together. And usually you don't audition, you're just given parts. He starts handing out foul papers. You're hand one for a character named Isaac, who is a young boy.
A male pod.
Yes, a male pod. And as you're reading the foul papers, what the foul papers are is basically your part. And then it's got notations for other people that are talking, but doesn't actually tell you what they're saying. I've done plays like that in real life. It's a pain in the ass. But that's how they did it a lot of times. There's a lot of revisions, a lot of rewrites. And with you start looking over your parts. You're told there'll probably be a musician part, but you're also told to be prepared for walk-ons, if not, or whatever. You know, they use everybody that they've got in the company. And a man arrives within a half an hour. He stinks of gin. Thin man, appears to be in ill health. He's of average height, looks messy brown hair, a messy beard and mustache. He blinks a lot. Stinks of gin. He says, "Yeah, William Highgate, actors. Who are you? Who are you playing?" He just starts going around and asking who everybody's playing. You're actually getting a part in this one, but it's a very small part. It's one of the. It's basically one of the crew. It's a no-name crew member, but he does have some lines. So you'll be helping backstage and you'll be on stage for parts of this. And as you're looking over it, you get kind of the gist of the show. It's a rather straightforward play. It's broken into 5 acts. The 5th act is blank. There's nothing ready for the 5th act yet. The main character is Isaac, a young man.
Main role.
Yes. Captain Percival, a heroic pirate. Lord Captain Campbell, Candle, an evil captain who press gangs Isaac. The Skin Taker, an evil Spanish pirate captain whose real name is unknown but who hates being called the Skin Taker. He keeps the skins of pirates. Horace, who's his first mate, he's French. Joseph Three Legs is the crew of the Laughing Stock. It is a comic part, as he has 3 legs, both literally and figuratively. Let's see, you find that he's left of the Sea Witch in Act 2. There's a Sea Witch, an evil mermaid with powerful magic. Milos is the evil Spanish brother of the Skin Taker who dies in the Battle of Percival in Act 4. The Skin Taker's daughter is a beautiful Spanish woman loved by Percival. You're actually probably playing that part as well. Because there's not there. It's been written so that one person, the boy can play, the young actor can play both parts.
Okay.
That was really
The
cool.
Laughing Stock Ghost. Their ship is called the Laughing Stock. It's apparently haunted with a ghost that gives them advice. The entirety of the play takes place in Candle Cove's group of islands in the Spanish Main. I'm going to give you guys the sheet too if you want to look at it later. Though there's some strange indication the place is more than that, and there are other creatures as well. The play goes, Act 1, Isaac is a lad in London, works as a carpenter's apprentice. He's press-ganged into joining a naval ship under Lord Captain Candle. By the end of the act, Lord Captain Candle's ship is attacked by the Laughing Stock, and Isaac escapes with the pirates. In Act 2, the Laughing Stock sets course for England to return Isaac, because Captain Percival is a nice fellow. They become lost in a storm and find themselves near the island of the Sea Witch in the islands of Candle Cove. And Captain Percival, he asks for her advice. She tells them the way to the England from their present location, but demands a price. All of Captain Percival's treasure, or one of his crew. He's about to hand over the treasure when Joseph Three Legs suggests giving Isaac. The crew agrees, but then in a song, Captain Percival changes their minds, and they end up leaving Joseph Three Legs instead. Lord Captain Campbell, in Act 3, Lord Captain Candle brings in a notorious pirate hunter, the Spaniard named the Skin Taker, to pursue the Laughing Stock. Meanwhile, the Laughing Stock stops at several islands in Candle Cove, meeting several fantastic creatures such as mermaids, ash people, shadowlings, and giant penguins. However, they are making their way to England. In Act 4, the Skin Taker's unnamed ship first finds Laughing Stock and attacks, but the pirates are able to repel and escape. Milos is killed in this battle. That's Skin Taker's brother, sorry. They reach a point where the Captain Percival is telling Isaac they will soon be in England, and then Act 5, which they don't have anything in there. I need to write down who is playing one part. Isaac is Vincent, right?
What do you go by?
Vincent.
Hawksworth.
Hawksworth. Wait. Yeah, Hawksworth.
Because you guys know that Hawksworth is a fake surname.
So Alfred Kent is actually playing Captain Percival. Lord Captain Candle will be. I left all these blank so that I didn't know who was going to actually show.
Yeah.
The Skin Taker is Dennis Thornburg.
I want him to be like my rival.
Who, the Skin Taker?
No, Thornburg.
Oh, Thornburg.
He's like the only other
Hawksworth.
He's like the only other actor that I respect.
Yeah, you can do that. We can say that. Yeah, Dennis Thornburg is actually really good. That's why he got the Skin Taker part.
And he's like really popular.
Alfred Kent's very good too. That's why he got the Captain Percival's a big part. So is
Kent's
Isaac.
a drunk though.
Kent's a drunk. No, he likes to drink. He's not a drunk.
Okay.
Everyone's kind of a drunk.
Yeah, everybody
honestly.
drinks.
Thornburg. That's what I want to do. Just like in the corner. Oh, Thornburg.
Gallo Payne will be Horace. George
If he can't grow facial hair, he has to have a high voice. Oh, Thornburg, I'll get
George
you.
Runt is Joseph Three Legs. Milos will be Roland J. Skin Taker's daughter is also Vincent. The Sea Witch is Titus Ufford.
Is that the other?
And then the Laughing
boy?
Stock group. No, because the Sea Witch is supposed to be disgusting and ugly, so they want a
Okay.
big manly-looking guy to play him.
I think I can imagine a sea witch in a wall behind some bricks that we release back into the ocean.
What? What are you
I was
talking
saying
about?
in my head, she
Oh,
looks like
that's
that.
like-
She
what?
looks like the
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Totally blank.
Okay. I couldn't remember the name of the campaign.
That's okay. Okay, so those are your actors. Various people play the Laughing Stock. They're going to have a megaphone backstage, and you say your lines through the megaphone. And various actors can do it because the Laughing Stock.
And none of these are me, right? I'm just
No,
like a regular
you're an
person.
extra. There's
Yeah.
a couple other people. Hugh Gray is also in the show. He's also playing like several different parts. You're playing several different parts. Laughing Stock crew. Actually, no, we'll use all these people. They're going to actually try to, they've got the actors, so they're going to go ahead and have Elling Rains, Andrew Coggeshall, and Cleve Mugg. You
Mugg
four
and
are
Stubb.
also like the, Mugg and Stubb. Is Hugh Gray on that list? No. Okay, so you guys are all like the extras, and your filler and your pirates or pirate hunters, depending on the scene. Because there's a big battle in Act 4, and there's talk about there's going to be a big fight in Act 5 too. So the first rehearsal's tonight. After dark, actually, they're going to be doing it after dark, which is not usual, but it happens, especially on the timetable that you guys are on. If you can't read any of those names, please let me know, Kyle. I kind of jotted them as quick as I could.
No, I just wanted to see where Kent and Thornberry were.
Okay. And there you go. It goes kind of from largest part to smallest part for the most part. Highgate gives you some instructions during rehearsal. He stinks of gin again when he comes back that evening. And he's got a little leather flask that occasionally he sips from.
He's still like slurring his words and stuff.
Not yet, no.
Okay.
But he blinks, he's always, all right, try this. And then he gives you some movement. You've also got a bit part for now.
Okay.
But he finds out that you're a musician, and he's like, we'll have something for you, Asteroid.
What's your role?
Is that how you respond? Yay!
Yes.
Oh, I get to do the music.
I'm very good.
The play is odd and disjointed. It makes a certain kind of sense, but there's songs in the production. Captain Percival sings a lot, which is not normal, but it's entertaining. They're a little odd but catchy. That's what he tells you about the musicians. They will start on Tuesday probably. He's got to get all of them together. He gives you some music that you can start working on. He's got some very, very just scrawled music. If anybody has art writing, art playwriting, or art acting, or own language, you can use one of those to make a roll on one of those skills. Here's your advice.
Oh, thanks.
And tell me if you make it.
This.
Yes.
Yes, okay. The writing is pretty much rubbish. It's more fit for children than adults, it seems like, although it's very violent. The plot is very heavy-handed. The ghost of the ship often recites, "You have to go inside," and that's just strange. Sometimes it gives that advice for stuff that doesn't make sense for, you know what I mean? It's like they're trying to decide whether or not they're going to go a certain direction, and the laughing stock will say that line.
So we have like scripts now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got scripts. Everybody's got they're just with your lines though right now. And he's going to be taking them, well, he's probably going to be taking them back every night because they're still doing revisions.
Female voice though.
It's female-ish. It's super deep, and you get a feeling like the
Like a
ghost is kind of
lady?
ambiguous as far as whether it's male or female. They never call him a he or a she. They always call it the ghost of the laughing stock or just the laughing stock. It's just not good. You can all make a spot hidden check too. That's another skill.
I upped it.
Spot hidden, which is
And I
not
made
under
it.
your skills.
Oh, this is just the one off though, so
You
we don't
made it?
have
You
to.
made it?
Yeah.
You can go ahead and check them
I
because these
did not
characters
make
you did not make. You two notice that the play it's written in several different hands. Okay, the handwriting is there's a lot of people who worked on this show at some point or another. And otherwise, rehearsal is fairly normal. It only takes about an hour, really, because all you're doing is running lines right now and doing a little movement on the stage. You're left. I'm not saying he's going to leave you with the foul papers, the scripts that you've got, so you can keep to memorize your lines. As soon as rehearsal's over, he's like, "All right, I will see you tomorrow," and he kind of starts heading and he heads out the door.
Can I go talk to Thornberry and Kent?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they're looking at this. Ron looks pissed.
Yeah.
By the way, Joseph Three-Legs guy. He looks kind of like.
This writing is rubbish. This is horrible.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
There's no way this will work Friday.
Well, we got to put it on. You know, they got somebody's paid money. They said.
If we make it a musical, maybe they won't get bored.
I know.
It is a music. It's called
Musical,
music.
the
Kenny.
whole time.
I see.
Opera. Let's
Who you
make
talking
it
to?
an opera.
You're talking to who? Kent? Yeah, Kent.
Well, I'm
Lots
just
of
saying.
songs.
If we can find where that juniper bathhouse is, I want to go there.
Yeah, well, Let's write the opera and
That
then
that
house.
Hawkeye or whatever it is.
Who,
What's
what?
his name? Hawthorne?
Who, me?
Who are you talking about?
Highgate? Because he smells like it's
Oh, yeah.
so funny. Damn it!
Oh, Stubb.
Bloody hell.
Stop always having to explain.
Stubb,
his
did you go to
tricks.
college or something?
They are clever, but
I almost made your mom joke that won't work.
Yeah, it's rubbish. I've done worse. You remember 3 men of what was the name of that town? It was by that bloke that ended up in the river. 3 men of
There's a lot of those.
3 Welsh men. That's what it's called. That was awful.
It was
That
horrible.
was 2 years ago. You remember that?
I-
about lost an eye.
Of
when
course it was
somebody threw
horrible. It was Welsh.
It was terrible.
Damn.
We'll do our best. We always do our best. We'll take our money and we'll do better shows. You know, we've got another one. We're doing one of Shakespeare's bits this week. And Marlowe, we got that Marlowe, the Jew of Malta. That's coming up. That's a great show. They still love that. It's been years it's been playing.
Marlowe.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, you know, Christopher Marlowe is an amazing playwright. He's dead.
I
He
love
was killed in a barroom fight several years ago.
Which
but they're
was
still doing
probably
a show.
actually an infestation.
Maybe.
According to my.
And then Shakespeare, they're doing, what that's written down here. As You Like It is actually tomorrow. Which is still, it's a brilliant comedy, and it's still appreciated. People love it. So it's always a mix of good and bad when you're at the Globe.
I just
You
think
do your best.
this pirate bit is a bit distasteful.
Well, I don't like it.
Well, if you want your money, you better just do it, lad. Who do you want your mentor to be here?
I want it to be Thornburg. That's why I don't like him.
Okay, that's right. And that's what Thornburg was saying. Well, you'll do the part and you'll like it. Or at least you'll make them think you like it.
Like I respect him and Kent a little bit because they're the 2 best.
Yeah, they are really good.
But
Ron's actually pretty good too. He's got a really small part, which is kind of strange, but they're better than him.
I don't like Thornburg because he takes my money, and I don't like
Yeah.
Kent because I feel like he can be better.
Okay,
That's how
I like that. But you're still somewhat respectful.
Yeah, still something.
And they often put you in a place that you get your ears boxed quite often. Well, he's only 16. Just do the job, man.
Just do the boy. All right. I'll
Do your best. Hey, Nick, and you also know this. If you can make a line better, a lot of times that'll get into play.
Okay.
So you can make the play better yourself if you want. Did you want to follow Highgate to see where he's going to get his chin? You just mentioned it, but did you want
Let's
to do
do it.
something like that?
Stubb just walks off.
Stubb's like,
Where Highgate go? This is rubbish.
do you want to do that or not?
I don't know if I would have thought of it.
Okay, well then you didn't tonight. You're going to see this guy for at least the next week, so you got lots of time to mess around with
So
it.
wait, does Cthulhu show up at some
If
an
he
idea.
does, if he does, the game's probably over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's more like how would you describe it? Because it's
The
not.
devil.
Well, are there like fantastic events that happen, or is this mostly just straight realism?
Fantastic events.
It's like a growing horror.
Okay.
It's not like blah monsters.
Blah!
It's gonna more be like oh god, oh my god. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Hollywood doesn't really do it anymore. They used to. But it's like that sickly growing horror and realization that something's
Hitchcock.
terribly wrong. Hitchcock did it really well.
I like that.
But he didn't do horror so much as like suspense. But
Right.
it's kind of like that.
Okay.
So it might not, a lot might happen for a long time.
Okay.
It's also investigative. So you want to try to find out what's going on. So far nothing weird's happened except you have a rubbish play that Hawksworth thinks he can make better. Because he's young and he's still sober most of the time.
I believe in you, Hawksworth.
Got fire in my eyes.
Yeah, okay. So the next day, As You Like It goes very well. As usual, As You Like It. It's very popular. It's a really good show. And Shakespeare really did a great job with it.
Wait, so did Saturday just happen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It went
If
really
there's
well.
anything, yeah, well,
Love that.
if you guys wanted to do anything else on Friday, you could, but you don't have to. Okay.
I get drunk?
Saturday, you guys,
Every day.
you do As You Like It around noon. You have rehearsals beforehand for various shows. You have more rehearsals afterwards. You guys work your asses off because you have to have all these shows ready
Yeah.
on notice, sometimes the next day, right? And a lot of these you've been doing for years. So some of these players are like, oh yeah, you're going to be this character, and as you like it again, you're like, oh yeah, okay. You look over, you're like, okay, yeah, and then you just do it.
I'm just gonna say I have most of my parts memorized if it's a play we've done before.
You probably do. You probably all do. Even you have had to have walk-ons, simple stuff like that. On you're around on Saturday, June 23rd. It's another evening rehearsal for Candle Cove. To have rehearsals for other stuff during the day. If you guys want to do something else during any of these days, let me know. Because right now it's kind of like you guys are super busy, and so I'm just kind of glossing over a lot of the stuff that's happening to you.
Just gonna let you know.